What's up, y'all, and welcome back to Dad Needs to Talk. I am your host, Robert, and today I'm going to be sharing my thoughts on Succubus and Hitman Volume 1. Now, this is one, since I read the synopsis a few weeks ago, that I was like, I have to try it. I got to see what's up with this. And just speaking just out the gate surface level, I like it. And it had a lot more going on for it than what I initially thought it would. But before I get too far ahead of myself, so this is the first print in English, and it just dropped today, the day of me recording this on January 18th. And so, just a little bit of a brief synopsis about it. Um, High schooler Gamo Shoya is a dead man, sort of. The real Shoya is long gone, but his body lives on, inhabited by the soul of a boy who made a pact with a succubus named Armelina, which is this lovely lady here. In exchange for his services as her personal hitman, Armelina is helping him hunt down the people who brutally murdered him and his family. The path ahead is dark and deadly, but Shoya's got nothing left to lose, not even his soul. So that was the synopsis that initially caught my attention when I was kind of like, because this is also produced or published by Seven Seas, and so one thing I like about like a lot of manga publishers recently have gotten into the habit of kind of doing like weekly or monthly updates or threads online of like, hey, here's what's coming up next month or in the near future or whatever, or even just when they announce like, okay, hey, we got the licensing rights to this series and we'll be the ones publishing it and yada yada yada. So yeah, so I saw this, and so the team behind this worked on some other series called Magical Girl Spec Ops Asuka. Now I looked up that one or whatever. That one's still ongoing. I think it's like close to like 15 or 16 volumes. Um, it looked okay or whatever, but not enough for me to check it out. And last little bit I needed to just inform about as well. So this series is the story is written by Makoto Fukami, and the art is done by Seigo Tokiya. So off the bat, I'm gonna go ahead and say I definitely think that this will be one that I will continue reading. And because I already looked at the date, Volume 2 is dropping in May, so this is automatically going onto my hey by the next volume pile. Uh, because I really enjoyed it. Because so from the synopsis, and I feel like this. I feel like this was like a pretty meaty volume. It had 5 chapters, but each 5 chapters plus a bonus chapter. Chapter 0, which was like a prequel, so basically 6 chapters. But I feel like overall it was a pretty meaty little read, and I really like the overall tone and setup of it because it has a good mix of dark, like really dark, brutal action and scenes and stuff, whatever, with a little bit of spice mixed in regards to kind of like, of course, her being a succubus. You see the cover, the way she's dressed. Uh, and I kind of want to, for those watching the video version, this was also a nice little extra treat. We kind of get a little tease of a couple more succubus. The one in the middle, I think it looks like I don't know, looks like I can't tell if that's like a short hair succubus or a guy succubus. I don't know. And of course, got the chocolate melanin, lovely one looking there. But But yeah, but so the whole theme behind the souls and stuff. So basically, without going into too many spoilers and stuff, whatever, just kind of just speaking surface or just to kind of give a little bit better context for like what's going on. So basically, there was two situations that happened. So there is the person, the original person who had Shoya's body, the original soul of it. He died. I can't remember if they. I don't even remember if they specifically said like how he died, but basically, he died. But when he died, he made a pact with the succubus in exchange for, uh, basically, I'll just say a favor. And so, at the same time that happened, so so his soul left the body, but it basically left an empty vessel. Well, pretty much like roughly around the same time, this other guy, his family, like him and his family, more or less got murdered. Like his, like I said, without getting like too specific or whatever, but basically like, uh, due to some circumstances with his father, his estranged father that he hasn't seen like for who knows how long, the Yakuza show up and basically do some things to his mother, including killing her and taking his sister, and they end up killing him as well. Now, when he died, he ended up meeting this same succubus and basically formed a pact with her towards like, hey, in exchange for me being your hitman, because the succubus has her own goals and stuff that she's trying to reach, but succubus slash demons can't directly interact with humans. So they form contracts with humans in order to, collect souls and stuff. And so one thing I kind of like really liked about this was, and this once again super minor spoiler, but just like a really neat detail, is that basically after killing so many people, it's kind of like he levels up a bit to where he starts unlocking like, or he gets the ability to choose like new skills and abilities and stuff, which is kind of a neat extra little twist onto things, whatever, as well as start to gain more information about these mysterious figures who came in and killed his family. But I really liked the the dynamic between these two, just because with her being a succubus, she's used to people in the past that she's had contracts with just being like, oh yeah, hey, I want that body, I want you, I want it all. And this dude, he's just like, man, hey, I'm all about revenge. You cute and all, but my mind is on finding out what happened to my family and getting some revenge. And so that's kind of a funny little back and forth between them. It's not a constant thing, but it just gets brought up like every now and then. And of course, this guy inhabiting this body, he's still having to carry on like business as usual, because the guy whose body he inhabited or whatever lives with his sister and mom. And so, basically when he kind of came to, or awoken in his body, the body had been in a coma for I think like a few months, maybe weeks. I think it might have been just like a few weeks, whatever. But of course, they're kind of going over the story of like, oh, due to whatever accident, he got amnesia. That's why he's not remembering stuff, because like because obviously this is the new soul inside the body. So a lot of like different habits, from eating habits to different interests, whatever, is kind of throwing a red flag for the sister, because she's like, yo, hey, wrestling's on, and he's kind of like whatever. And so she's like, okay, something's up, because my brother loves wrestling. And yeah, but yeah, but I just, I love like how dark it is, but like I said, with like a mix of a little bit of sexiness in there with the succubus and different things like that. And one kind of like really exciting part that I really enjoyed was like a little bit like towards like the back half of the volume, we kind of get some more people thrown into the mix, including basically another Hitman and Succubus team. And their introduction was really dope. Uh, the way they kind of interact and stuff, very nice. But yeah, like I said, I am like trying to talk as vague as possible, just like for this general part or whatever. One other thing I really appreciated about this was like, because I really enjoy when authors of the story will like leave little notes and stuff at the end of the volume. And so for this one, the afterword was, "Thank you for reading until the end. I thought I drew Takechi Karuri," which is like one of the characters that you meet for the afterword. Whoops. Yeah. Um, in the in the in the series Bible, she's classified as human garbage. She's a fun character to draw because she's basically she's a cosplaying a hacker slash cosplayer. Uh, I hope you stick around to see what other garbagey things she does in the future. And that was the artist that wrote that. The author wrote, "Thank you for reading Volume 1. When discussing the project before serialization, we were hoping to make something a little more barbaric than usual. I'm gonna totally blow off the brakes when it comes to violence and eroticism from here on out. Thank you for your continued support." Now, you saying, "Hey, I'm gonna blow off the brakes with violence and eroticism," hey, sounds like we in for a wild ride. But yeah, but overall, I'll definitely say this, like I said, this was a very pleasant surprise that I'm very glad I took the chance on picking up day one to read, because like I said, I am sold after this volume, and I am ready to dive into more. Now, I'm gonna say this part real quick, cause slight spoiler, cause I need to talk about a little bit of this. So, and I will put a timestamp whatever down at the bottom, but I need to discuss like a couple specifics for like a few minutes, whatever. So, I hope you enjoyed the spoiler-free portion of the review. Hey, leave me a like, subscribe to the channel, all that fun stuff. Let's talk a little bit more specifics with this. So, so once again, spoilers. So, like I said, I really enjoyed when this duo, the blonde chick and the black succubus, when they showed up towards the end. And cause Shoya, he had finally killed enough people to where he was able to gain information about somebody that was involved. And so it was basically like basically the person that like did things to his mother, physically did things to his mother, was a sumo wrestler who also was kind of like a cleanup man for the Yakuza. So anytime like, hey, you need a body to make somebody disappear, clean up a scene, da 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 da, he's that person. Well, so we finally get information on him, and we get to the part where we're okay. We found where he's at, and Shoya and Amelia are kind of like scoping out the scene to figure out okay how they want to plan the attack. All of a sudden, they see these other two come waltzing in, and just guns are blazing, and I loved it because yeah, I'm gonna see. I don't know if they had their names. Well, only name I found was the succubus's name is Ridelk, Ridelk. But just like their whole introduction from like them just walking in through the front door, the girl taking a lollipop out of her mouth and putting a bullet in her mouth, and walking right up to one of the security guards. There's like a guard on the front door, be like, "Hey, this is a secured area. You can't be in here." And she holds up a shotgun to his face, and he's like, "Oh, a toy." Just blow his brains out. And then she asks the succubus for a guardian kiss. I'm expecting a little peck on the cheek or something, whatever. And they full on tongue down throats. And then they're like, all right, bulletproof ability activated. I'm like, yo, all right, this how y'all get down. But yeah, just watching her just go in, just like some John Wick, just pat, 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 pat. And then it was just really dope when Shoya was like, screw it, we joining the party too, and just dove in, and then her and him just taking out dudes or whatever. And then I love how it just ended with both of them kind of like pointing guns at each other and stuff, and just kind of having a little face off. So very excited to see where that goes. And I also appreciated the little prequel chapter 0 thing at the very end, where it kind of gave a little bit more context to how the guy first met Armelia when they made the pact or whatever. And he got the flashback of the history of the succubus and all this stuff. But anywho, I'm not gonna ramble on too much longer, or whatever. But like I said, super, super good stuff. And like I said, hey, if you happen to listen to that spoiler part, hopefully that enticed you even more to look into this and pick it up. But I'm gonna wrap it up with that. Like I said, I'm going a little bit long, but I hope you enjoyed this review. And yeah, stick around. Your boy is always on the hunt for more new manga to talk about. And like I said, make sure you subscribe to the channel as well as the podcast feed wherever you search for Dad Needs to Talk. I'm on all platforms. Find me, connect with me, let me know what you thought of this volume if you've read it. And yeah, always feel free to leave suggestions down in the comments for stuff that you think I might be interested in, and I'll look into it. So y'all have an awesome day and week, and as I always say, treat yourself to something nice, read manga, watch anime, play some games, and live your life. And I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.